Hello students, today in this session we will study the second part of the chapter Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. It is from our First Flight book. So before reading the paragraph, we will come to know what happened in the previous paragraphs. So here Nelson Mandela says, in his 80 years the system had been changed against apartheid. All will get the equal rights and opportunities and would not have faced racial discrimination. So this chapter is a very powerful speech of Nelson Mandela. And here he is saying that I felt that day, as I have on so many other days, that I was simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before me. That long and noble line ended, and how began again me? With me, I was pained that I was not able to thank them, and that they were not able to see what their sacrifices had wrought. Wrought here means achieved, and here they are the patriot. The policy of apartheid created a deep and lasting wound in my country and my people. So here the writer is saying that thousands of the people had sacrificed their lives, and that was the result of the freedom of South Africa. So there is no discrimination. So he recollected the history of his country and the sacrifice of their freedom fighter. Those people are not here. They worked hard and lost their lives, but now they are not here to celebrate their freedom. So here the writer is saying he is nothing but the sum total of that patriot who had sacrificed their lives for their country. So he is in pain. So here he is saying that he is in pain, they are not with us. So many patriots had lost their lives. All of us will spend many years, if not generations, recovering from that profound hurt. But the decades of oppression and brutality had another unintended effect, and that was that produced the Oliver Thambos, the Walter Sislers, the Chief Luthelers, the Yusuf Dados, the Bram Fisher, the Robert Subuquas of our time. Men of such extraordinary courage, they were the freedom fighter, they were the patriot, and they were the men of such extraordinary courage, because without caring for their family, their lives, they fought against whites, against supremacy of white and apartheid. And they were full of wisdom and generosity, that their like may never be known again. Like them, never be known again. No one will like them will come again. Perhaps it requires such depth of operation to create such height of character. So here in this, they were the men of such extraordinary courage. They suffered a lot. So duration of 100 years of apartheid, and due to the oppression, exploitations and pressure, they became courageous and rebellious. Here and this he said that time and again he had seen men and women risk their lives for an idea. The idea of what? The idea to make a country a free country. My country is rich in the minerals and gems that lie beneath its soil, but I have always known that its greatest wealth is its people, finer and truer than the purest diamond. So here, writer is saying that Mr. Mandela said that his country was rich in minerals and gems that lay beneath its soil, but the greatest wealth were the people who were better than the diamonds. Very well-known speech of Nelson Mandela. So students, move to the next paragraph. It is from these comrades in the struggle. Here these comrades means these freedom fighter, the friends. So in a struggle. that I learned the meaning of courage. He had learned the meaning of courage. What is courage? Courage is not the absence of fear. Here in the next paragraph, he will say the courage is not the absence of fear. Time and again I have seen man and woman risk and give their lives for an idea. I told the idea of freedom. I have seen man stand up to attack and torture without breaking, without surrendering, showing a strength and resilience that defies the imagination. A resilience, the ability to deal with any kind of hardship and recover from its effect, means we can say the victory. And the freedom fighter had a great courage, power in themselves, imagination. And I learned that courage was not the absence of fear but the triumph over it. Courage is not the absence of fear, but what is this? It is a overcome, be victorious over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Really, students, this underline this sentence. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but who conquer that fear, overcome that fear. No one is born hating another person. So, because of the color of skin or the background or his religion, people must learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Here, writer is saying, Nelson Mandela says that people who learn to hate because by birth, no one comes and no one knows hating the people. And no one born with hating, and because of the colors of skin, people who learn to hate could also be taught to love. And here, in the grimmest, because love comes naturally to the human heart than its opposites, hating. Even in the grimmest time, grimmest here means toughest time in prison, when my comrades, his friends, and I were pushed to our limit. Pushed to our limit means pushed to the last point in our ability to bear pain. And this I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the guard, perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me and keep me going. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but cannot be extinguished. During the period of apartheid, man from South Africa was punished and isolated for trying to live as a human being. So he said that no one was born. People who learned hate could also be taught love. And when in his terrible time he spent in the prison, he had seen a glimmer of humanity in one of the guards, perhaps even for a second, and that helped him to keep going. And next line here is saying that man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. Goodness was a flame that could be hidden but couldn't be extinguished. Extinguished means switch off. In life, every man has two duties. One duty is for family, to his parents, to wife and children, and he has an obligation to his people, community, and his country. So, in a civil and human society, each man is able to fulfill those obligations according to his own inclinations and ability. Inclination means according to your own tendency and ability. So, every man has a right to fulfill their duties, but in South Africa, they were not given their basic or legal rights to fulfill those obligations. But in a country like South Africa, it was the most impossible for a man of my birth and color to fulfill both of those obligations. It is very hard, very difficult to fulfill those obligations in a South Africa. In South Africa, a man of color who attempted to live as a human being was punished and isolated. It's a very crucial moment, very inhuman, and they were generally tortured by the whites. In South Africa, a man who tried to fulfill his duties to his people was inevitably raped. Inevitably means unavoidably, and raped means taken away from his family and his home and was forced to live a life apart. A twilight existence of secrecy and rebellion. And this has become rebellious. This restriction had made him rebellious. They were not allowed to fulfill their duties. That's why Nelson Mandela was imprisoned. And that's why he realized the restriction, that freedom restriction, and this restriction has made him rebellious. And this that he is saying that we have the struggle, we have the strength and the ability to change the thing, to gain our imagination, and that's why they decided to demolish the apartheid. And this freedom is the result of the struggle of that patriot who had fought courageously against apartheid and against the white supremacy of the whites. To be let it be continuous, students. We will again meet in the next part. Thank you.